In the big one, East Geelong next week are waiting for one of these two teams, and there's a push
Please
already.
don't tell me that's a free kick.
And that's a free kick, and it's going to Brett Anderton in the middle for a push against Christian Highland. So start of the third term, Anderton goes long. The lead out from Jackson McLeod hits him on the foot, comes back to Holes fine, got it away by hand to Pyle. He kicks it out wide, foot race now, and Pisano sits for him, and then he rides the ball, gets out, ducks his head and gets it away from Jones. Handballs it back inboard to the big fella Venner. Gets it away to Pyle, who runs through the middle, draws a player, handballs over the top to Sean Lewis. Still in the side of the centre square, he goes long looking for Tar. It's a good kick. And made position 40 metres out from goal.
He's got that unorthodox kicking style, doesn't he, Sean Lewis? He said he broke his leg a few years ago, didn't he, or something like that, but it's very effective for him.
So Justin Tar, who hasn't kicked a goal to date this afternoon, this would be a great start for the Panthers.
Wins up too, guys, if you look at the flags.
Yep, leading by 12 points, kicking against the breeze. He'll be kicking right into the teeth of it, 40 metres out from goal. On the opposite side, half-forward flank, kicking back into the northern end in the third term. Tom Harriott standing the mark. He comes in now, Justin Tar. And it looks pretty good off the boot. Rob Kavka clapped it as soon as it came off the boot, and it is through the middle. So Justin Tar kicks his first. The first of Belfast.
So the ball back in the middle of the ground. Big ruckman up there again. Venner over the top. Actually, neither ruckman got a tap down. Coming through his pipe, put his head over the ball. Highland comes and merges with the ball. Goes to Anderton to Jones. I don't know whether he tried to take that or flick it out the back to Scott. But
tried to do both at once.
The ball ends up with Holzfine. It goes to Carter, and Carter streams forward. Goes long. Kick's not good. Goes in towards the half-forward line. Ellis with pace, running back with the flight of the ball. Harriott does well. Clean collection. Goes to O'Neill, who handballs out wide. Player there is Menzies. Kicks round the corner. Needs to get distance there, otherwise it goes straight to Pisano. And looking back over the top of his head, over his shoulder, takes the mark. So Pisano does well. Steady things up for Belpost still. The big fella Tar leads to the forward pocket. That's the target he goes for, but Venner is out in front. Harriot's able to knock the ball away. Ball comes over to Menzies, now picked up by Anderton, who's back in defence. Short kick goes to Jones, and Jones doesn't let him down, takes the mark. So Daniel Jones has a player short and wide. That's where he goes and finds Henry. Still off the half-back line. So no options further up the field. It's going to go towards Harriott. Sorry, it's not. It's Wallace. And, great mark. Great lead up again from the big fella. It's an half-forward, and he takes a mark. Swings round, goes quickly, goes back towards Hodgson. Jenkins over the top. Ends up with Lima on the left foot. Goes back towards centre wing. Gregic's there. Coming back the other way was Curtis. Quick hands from Martin. Goes towards Robbie May, and he loads up. Goes to the half-forward line. Fursland overcommitted. Didn't take the mark. Picked up there by Menzies. Handball goes back to O'Neill. Oh, Short Lewis lucky not to get away with that, actually. Handball from O'Neill's not good. Goes back. Scott collects it. He comes out of the pack. Handballs to nobody. Martin picks it up. Flips it over the top to Holes fine. Collects it and kicks round the corner. It's a good kick because standing back there is Venner. Takes the mark. Plays on through centre forward. Just back to the goal square. Wrong-footed Harriott. And Justin Tar comes out and takes another mark.
That's good footy. Very good footy there from Belpost. Their big men are pretty mobile. That we saw Venner. Not very often you see a ruckman take a mark inside 450 and look to play on straight away, but that's what he did, and he was able to spot up Justin Tar. He's very smart. He's not the quickest bloke going around, but he knows when to run and when to lead, and I suppose it makes him probably look a lot quicker than he is.
So the big fella, Justin Tar, chance to kick his second goal of the quarter and of the game. So the big fella comes in 20 metres out from goal. The last one was difficult. This one not so difficult. Straight out in front, 20 metres, goes straight back over the umpire's head. Justin Tar has his second and the 8th goal for Belpost Hill. 8 goals, 5 now to Belpost.
The Tools at Belpost Hill are running right though at the moment, that's for sure. They're quality players.
Venner gets it down, big thump. Scott goes to Highland, handball. Outboard to Lennon. Runs back in ball with the kick and goes long towards Vaughan. Gergich against him, punch down in front. Comes towards Hodgson, through the middle, Wallace. Gave Martin one high. Play on, said the umpire. Lima got it away to Lewis. They're running now. Belpost still looking the goods. He goes from centre wing towards Kavka on the lead. Goes up, good mark. Takes it well. In front of Costello. He's got Venner, so he just kicks it over the top of the big fella who is showing Anderton a clean pair of heels at the moment. Running forward. And he will shoot for goal from 45 metres out directly in front.
And it was decisive in the first time that they played in the final series, and it's being decisive again today. Anderton just simply cannot keep up with Andrew Venner, and it's causing them a lot of problems.
I think Cal's got the shades on to hide the tears now.
I think so. He's lost a lot of money this afternoon, Cal.
Yeah, how much are you forking out, Lau?
So Venner comes in, 45 metres out directly in front, right foot kick, and he has hit the post. So through for one behind. They got 8:6:54. Belpost still leading Thomson 4-5-29. Buckley's Entertainment Centre third quarter scoreboard. O'Neill to kick in from fullback. We heard that Nick Maharis won't be back on again this afternoon, so
that's a shame.
Not great for Thomson. O'Neill plays on and gains 35 metres, goes long, looking for McLeod. Good front and centre Highland, tapped it over the top to handballed it to Gardner, runs away at centre wing, right foot kick towards Hodgson, has to try and meet it, comes back towards Vaughan, can't keep it in, and out of bounds right half forward flank, Thomson into attack.
Yeah, that's not good news that Nick Maharis can't come back on, because I've already said they're pretty stretched at the moment with their injuries, and I suppose adding another one's not going to help their cause at all.
So boundary throw in, right half forward flank.
Umpires just sorting out the technical areas.
So over the back, Riley taps it down to Gardner, breaks free from Pisano's. High, said the umpire, and Pisano will take the free kick.
Pretty rough. I would have said bad call, Gary.
At half back, so he goes wide, looking for Venner. McLeod comes back. Venner doesn't take the mark. Anderton gets around Venner.
Making a point.
And goes from centre wing, goes long towards Wallace and also McLeod. In front, Martin tapped it over the back.
Should have grabbed it.
Now it's a foot race, getting back there, McNamara and also Lima. Lima happy to see it through for one behind, and he does so. 6:30. Thomson.
For the fist again, so you can tell he's very Wallace conscious.
Sorry, mate. Lima kicks the ball wide, went to Grigic. He's now under pressure because I can't see what's happening there in the pocket, but it's gone deep. Was it over the boundary line? Jason?
No.
Picked up there by Curtis, goes to McLeod. McLeod back to Hodgson. Hodgson off a step, kicks it goal. And that's what they needed, and the young fella has provided it. So Mitchell Hodgson, he kicks.
But it's whether a question whether Anderson can give his midfielders first use and they get the ball down there enough to kick a winning score for the rest of the game. And at the moment, it's seeming pretty unlikely because Venner is doing a lot of damage.
Ball back in the middle of the ground this time. Venner knocks it down. There's a free kick being given. It goes to Curtis.
Good call.
Thank you very much, Jake. The umpires are winning the battle today, I think. Ball goes out wide. Wallace again leading up, doesn't take the mark. Coming through is O'Neill. Long kick of the football, goes into centre half forward. Good kick, and a strong mark there by Jackson McLeod.
That's when he's at his most dangerous on the lead, just when he can get those hands out, and he's impossible to spoil.
Jeez, it's easy footy when you got the footy on lock. When you get the footy presented to you like that too.
Great kick from Sean O'Neill.
That was a great kick.
The good thing is that Bo McNamara seems to be out up and running again, which is good. He came off the ground just before half time with that shoulder injury. But Jackson McLeod now with the ball, 35 metres out from goal, kicks from 45, just ambles into the shot and has guided it through. So Jackson McLeod becomes a second multiple goal scorer for the Thomson side.
A patch.
So back to the middle, Anderton and Venner. Umpire throws the ball in the air. Anderton goes up, Venner gets it down and a second tap to it as well. Gardner taps it back towards Mitchell. Has to break free, handballs it to the big fella Anderton, rides the bump, gets the handball out only to his opposite number Venner. He's repped off but gets it to Pyle. Goes towards half forward, numbers with Belpost still, holds behind, can just get the kick away under pressure. Harriet in front did well. Over by Nathan Lewis and dropped the footy. The umpire said no play on. Lennon then puts the tackle on. The umpire will come in, will he? Yes, he will now and ball it up. 40 metres out from the Belpost Hill goal.
Bit on in there.
Yes, I think so.
The heat in the kitchen could get a bit exciting.
It is.
I think.
Speaking of kitchen, that spread was terrific. Again, every week.
So
this was just probably about 9.5 out of 10, I reckon, Jason.
Ball up, 40 metres out from the Belpost Hill goal. Big pack go up for the ball, and a free kick, and we'll do so. And I don't think there should be much complaint there.
There will be anyway.
But there will be, but Rob Kafka will take the shot for goal. Hasn't kicked one to date this afternoon. We'll shoot from 40 metres out, slight angle.
Yeah, he kicked plenty of goals early in the season, but he sort of padded off with it as the season's gone on. I don't know whether he's had any injury worries, but he certainly was an influential player, especially in the round 2 game when these sides met. He was, I think, kicked 4 goals that day. It was very influential, but it's been relatively unsighted in the final series.
Kafka puts it straight through in the middle. His first, 9th for Belpost Hill, 9-6-6.
So can score at both ends, I think. So it's interesting now. The ball thrown on top of the square. The ball's tapped out there by Venner. Goes towards Carter, who runs forward, kicks the ball long, and goes towards the full forward position. Harriet behind. Crum is required, but it's Menzies for the Thomson side. Goes to O'Neill. O'Neill with space. Now takes his first bounce. Loads up and kicks long. Goes looking towards so Riley's there. He's up, down. The ball's in the hands of Bott, but Riley goes back and collects it. Handball's out to McLeod. McLeod to Highland. Now he's found some space. Needs a good kick. Goes forward. Goes looking for Wallace. Hands out in front. Doesn't take the mark. Rigic arrives as Port. Leads to the handball. Feeds it over the top. Goes back towards Martin. Steps inside. Goes to Lewis. Now he steps through. Takes a bounce. Has time and space this time for Nathan Lewis. Loads up and goes long.
Oh,
kick was
yucky
poor.
kick.
And it's gone out to the full. And inside. Tips the ball back inside. Gardner. Working hard. Picks the ball up now, looks for further options downfield again. Wallace is the target, going up, ball hits the ground, picked up there by Vaughan, knocks it forward. Mitchell can run onto the ball, doesn't try and pick it up, kicks it along the ground. Curtis coming the other way. He thought he did too. Ball's in with Scott, back with Curtis, goes left, right, then goes back left again. That's a nice looking kick to the favours of player in Lennon. Needs a favourable bounce, he picks it up, wants to swing back on his right. Handed it inside, the big fella lined up in a play. He lines up, the big fella's gone for goal. The big fella. He's rushing back through the middle of the ground. So Brett Anderton
Put it away relatively quickly.
So back
Plenty
to
of work to do.
Back to the middle for Anderton and Venner. Anderton gets it down to Gardner. Gives it away to Highland. Can't take it with him. Nathan Lewis gets a clearing kick towards half forward to brother Sean. Can lead out and take the mark in front of Mitchell. On half forward flank out of side. Sean Lewis goes towards Oh, that's over the shoulder, isn't it?
Wishful thinking.
Yeah. Costello bounced up off Kavka. Green light.
Ding.
So 60 metres out. Kavka, right foot kick towards the goal. Harriet and Harriet goes up. Oh, can't take the mark off hands. Close to the boundary line. Sean O'Neill. Happy to see it over, and we'll have a boundary throw in the right forward pocket. Bell post still into attack.
What are you oohing?
I thought he went straight for the boundary line. I thought the umpire was going to get a bit of theatre into the game.
The old...
I think Tommy asked a question pretty quickly there just to take his mind off it.
So boundary throw in. Deep into attack for the Panthers. Anderton gets it to the front. Ball spills free to the side. Oh, Kavka knocked it out of the arms. The Thomson defence goes towards Pisano. Off hands. Gardner's in the middle there. Ball spills free. Good hands to Highland. Little toe poke. Great vision to Menzies. If it sits, he's away at half back. He is now. Goes with a right foot kick towards Vaughan. Doesn't set it
well judged.
But he judges it well. Goes past Gergich and runs onto it. He's got Curtis in support. Doesn't sit for him. Doesn't sit for him. Needs to pick it up. Bloody hell, pick it up. He can't. Gergich does the other way. And at half back, they clear. And that could be important for Millpost Hill.
Yep,
Fursland gets it inboard. Farah takes the mark in the centre circle. Goes with a right foot kick. Terrible off the boot. Anderton comes the other way. Doing it both ends. A big fella. Runs free. Takes a bounce. He chips the ball over the top to Riley. He's got great skills. He can chip it over to Gardner. He does now. Oh, it's a terrible kick. He has to sit and wait, Gardner. Puts it on his outboard to Henry. He's 65 metres out. He runs. He backs himself. He runs away from Pisano. 50. Loads it up. Goes long.
He's been forward.
And forward for a free kick.
Wallace taking the mark anyway.
Pisano had pushed him after he got rid of the footy. Oh, Pisano.
I would have done the same thing.
Yeah, he's dug himself a hole. He's got to try and get out of it somehow.
So the ball is with Glenn Wallace, and he has got it 12 metres out from goal.
Tough kick.
Tough kick for a left footer.
Look at young Mitchell Hodgson
Yeah.
back there, the young fella. He's smart.
So this to make the margin 6 points. The coach, 12 metres out.
Get the banana out.
He thinks he's going to put it straight through, and he has. He's pretty happy. So the people behind it, and the goal umpire says it's through for a goal. Glenn Wallace kicks his first of the afternoon.
He called that and full.
So ball back in the middle of the ground. And again, up against Martin. Ball comes down to Highland, so the important players getting touches. Probably could have been pinged there for incorrect disposal, but Anderton goes back and collects it again. He's lifted his rate. Ball to half forward. Goes towards Scott. Scott at the front of the contest. Kicks towards Hodgson. Steeps on his feet. Ball running towards the boundary line. 2-on-1. Hodgson with some space. Turns round. Kicks round the corner. Kicks round. Hodgson. Cometh the man. Cometh the boy. He gets his third goal. Scores. Tied up. 9 goals, 6 Thomson. 9 goals, 6 Bell Post Hill.
That shepherd there from Jackson McLean, he just wheeled around from the far forward pocket there in a tight angle and snapped it through for a fantastic goal. What a superstar.
Scores level, back in the middle. Highland got a hold. Umpire said play on. Highland to Gardner. Away to Riley. At the back end of the centre circle. Gets it long. Towards half forward. Wallace. Hodgson again. Up. Can't take the mark. Off hands. Spills to Curtis. Gets it away to Wallace. Doesn't sit for him though. Bot. He wraps it up. He dropped the footy. Umpire said play on. It's pretty hot there now. And the umpire will come in and ball up 45 metres out from the Thomson goal.
He was lucky there because it was on his back. They rarely ping you when you're on your back and you've got the footy because the ball can be able to get its way out. But if he was lying on it there, he might have been in trouble. What a goal.
Ball up. Inside Thompson's 50. Vaughan and Barton. Wallace third up. Gets it away towards Lennon. Doesn't sit for him though. Sits for Pyle. Went one way, then came the other. Now goes the left foot wide looking for Nathan Lewis. Gardner against him. The two rough nuts. Nathan Lewis takes the mark at half back. Good mark in front of Gardner.
Hey, Cal, Brad Fertula couldn't have done that. Brad Fertula couldn't have kicked that goal before, Cal.
So, Nathan Lewis called to play on now. Goes to the right foot as long as he can. Towards centre wing, Anderton kept his eye on it. Barton didn't. Anderton did well. And he's got it away to Riley. He has. Riley, dropped the footy. Danger.
Amazing what influence ruckmen have in finals, isn't it? He's just lifted his output there, ended in the last 5 minutes, and it's got Thomson back into the game.
Pisano.
That's going to be 50.
No,
It wasn't much.
I don't think there was much in it. Pisano.
Told ya. I knew that, Piggy.
Ridiculous.
It didn't look.
And now the ball will come down to centre half forward for Bell Post Hill for Jamie Pyle, who's kicked 4, and you wouldn't expect him to pass it because he loves a goal. So he's kicking from 50 straight in front. He's kicked 4 goals, 1 this afternoon. This to again give Bell Post Hill the lead.
Well, he's been kicking today. You've got to give him every chance to sink in this one too.
Ryan Lennon stands the mark. He comes in now. 50 out. Gives it everything he's got. And with that, he has missed. Through for 1 behind. 4 goals, 2. Buckley's Entertainment Centre third quarter scoreboard.
So Sean O'Neill does the kicking in, goes wide, and just outside 50 finds Henry. Mitchell leads up short for him. That's where he goes. Good kick, good mark. Has Jones further afield. I don't know whether he saw him or not, but now he decides to go longer. Leading up is Lennon and Wallace, but the second player gets it, and that's Lennon. Goes long to Jones. Jones in space. Has players leading at him. Goes long. Goes looking for Wallace. Ball gets over the top. Per the ground. Curtis on the left foot. And hit the post. Martin doesn't this time. He goes short. Kicks out wide. Goes looking for Farah. Ball's good. Handball inside. Goes towards Bott, who has Pyle in space.
Away.
So Bell Post still away. Carter on his outside, but he went the wrong side. Come back inside.
Gardner.
Good chase there from Gardner. Pyle now kicks the ball towards Kafka. Numbers with with Thomson. Costello takes it now. He's under pressure. Release the ball. Back with Pyle. Thompson back in there with Gardner. Gardner goes back to Menzies. Menzies inside to the smiling assassin. The assassin goes back and it's kicked out wide. Goes walking for Riley. Finds Riley on centre wing. And Riley now lines up. Goes long, but I don't know who he's going to because it's Bell Post Neil with the numbers. And Nathan Lewis takes the mark. Nathan Lewis across half back. Just looking again, 4 option. Good use of the ball. Has Martin backwards. That's where he goes to. So maybe it's going to fill up some time, but still plenty of time left in this second quarter. Martin has Jenkins further afield. Furzan leading up. That's where he goes to. Spots him now. Nice kick. Still inside 50. Has players wide. Piles out the back if that's where he wants to go to. But he's still got Jenkins long. Pyle yelling and screaming at his players. The ball goes over the back. He's going to be running to the right path here. It's picked up by Pyle. Swings back on his left. Kicks round the corner. Casina. And free kick down the field.
That was rough.
Wonder if Christian Holland runs past Curtis this time and says the same thing, but the ball now with Casina. Casina goes out wide, goes towards Pisano. Pisano kicks in forward. Thanks very much, Nev. You're a good man. Doesn't show any different. Ball in the forward pocket. Ellis can't pick the ball up. Knocks it back to the goal square. Where's the runners? Kafka arrives. Mitchell with him. Kafka looking to pick the ball up. Has the ball now. Goes back on his right foot. Gets a small kick away, but only as far as Costello. He loads up from full back position. Goes towards a half back flank and picked up by Gardner. Runner inside is Riley with pace. Dashes past Casina. Takes a bounce and kicks long. Goes in towards the half forward line. Where will it bounce? Nearly got all the way through. McNamara does well. Traps the ball. Kicks out towards Martin. He also gets a good clean pick up. Handballs to Lewis. And Nathan Lewis from half back now kicks the ball over the top. Again looking for Pisano. Running with the fly of the ball. He takes the mark and slows things down.
It's a hot footy, isn't it, guys?
Hot footy. Ball back inside. Dangerous kick. Curtis arrives. Free kick. Daniel Farrett. Don't agree with that one.
Bad call.
Ball
Horrific.
right. Goes looking for. That could be. It could be. Umpire says.
Yes. Wow.
Time for a sandwich. Time for a break.
Oh, jeez.
I reckon that one there they could have actually let go because that was right when the ball arrived. The other two definitely on, but that one I don't think was a good decision. But doesn't matter now because Robbie May has the ball 40 metres out from goal.
I think that's a wrong call because I don't think May had taken the mark.
So May is a good kick of the football.
If May had taken the mark, he deemed him, which he has, he's given him 50, but it should have just been a free kick.
Comes in, lines up, and umpire, he just stands there. Ball goes straight back over his head. Robbie May, his first goal. Bell Post still out to that solitary goal lead. They move to 10.
Can you take the call? Or back to the middle, Peacock. And Barton gets it down, roved by, that was Farrer in there. He couldn't take it with him, though. And over the top of it, I think the umpire will come in. Holzfein's down too, and he hasn't moved it, I think.
Young Hodgson was the one that was near him. He's gone to see if he was alright, so it was obviously something innocuous.
Yeah.
But he hasn't moved.
He has not moved.
It might be when Jimmy came in the other way, I think, and picked the ball, I think.
And so the umpire will have to hold up. Yep, no, he hasn't moved, and I think they're calling for the stretcher. So unless he hit his head, the ground is very hard in the middle.
Oh,
very
absolutely.
Hard. So he's okay. I think he's middle for Barton. Umpire Nathan Lewis has said he has to wait till he gets off, but he doesn't. So Peacock gets it down to the side. Farrer, Gardner, Riley. Picks it up, Riley, handballs it back to Curtis. Left foot kick over towards half forward. Wallace on a long lead. Hodgson out there as well. Bounces over everybody. Martin at the back. It might sit for him. It does now. He can bring it back towards Lima. Oh, has to sit and wait. Just inside. Takes the mark. At defensive 50, you can see the mark on David Holzfein's head as he runs past, where he hit into the ground. Sean Lewis takes the mark. Still inside defensive 50.
He's in a bad way.
Goes out wide. Looking for Lima to run onto it. It runs away from he and also Ryan Lennon. And the umpire will throw it in between centre wing and half forward on the outer side. Thompson just into attack. They trail by 6 points. My God, Father. So what your wife has to feed at home. Christine, if you're listening, he doesn't have to give him anything tonight. He's had tea.
And breakfast for tomorrow as well.
From the ruck contest. Ball spills free. It's out of bounds once again. This time, boundary throw in centre wing on the outer side.
Someone's got to do it, don't they, now?
Gee whiz. So a boundary throw in, late stage of the third term. 6 points of difference.
That's a big loss if Holtzon doesn't get on for a while as well, because he's the type of player that could ignite Belpost too, and that's what they need at the moment, a bit of a spark.
Barton from the back. Gardner takes out of the ruck contest. Got it free. Mitchell turns around, kicks it towards half forward.
Bit on behind play too, guys.
Todd McLeod can't take it with him. Now Riley does. Puts it in front of himself. Highland comes out from half forward. Handball. Curtis rode the bump and got the handball away, but only as far as Lima. His handball is chopped off by Vaughan. Pretty hot footy in the middle of the ground. Comes out to the back towards Pisano. Coming through. Oh, Vaughan, be careful. O'Neill, he's wrapped up, not going anywhere. Dropped the footy. Umpire said play on. Comes back towards Kavka. His handball chopped off. Mitchell's in there. So's Vaughan. And O'Neill comes to Kazina. It's just a rugby scrum. Menzies at half back. Now it spills. The smiling assassin gets it away to Vaughan at half back. Kick around the corner towards centre wing. Wallace goes up. Off hands at the back. Martin. Curtis comes at him. Now Riley comes at Lewis and he just chips the ball to Fantella. It's okay. Takes the mark at centre wing. Hot footy. Fantella on centre wing. Drives it down the line towards half forward. Costello stands his ground. Takes the mark. Gergich says, I wanted a free kick, it wasn't forthcoming. And now Costello just settles play for Thomson. He's got Wallace down the line at centre wing. He goes back inboard. Dangerous kick. Gardner and Lewis. Gardner tries to break free. Now he does. He gets it over the top of the ball. He should have got it to Adam Vaughan, but he goes long to Hodgson. Over the back. Hodgson to run onto it and does well. Little toe poke towards Jackson McLeod. Can't pick it up. Can't take it with him. Goes close to the boundary line. Tries to keep it back in. And he can't do so. Boundary
so close.
Right. What a 1 goal lead to Belpost still. Ball and throw back into play. Wallace tries to take it out of the ruck. Picked up there by Martin. Goes over the top. Has Farrer. Lewis running past. He's a recipient of the handball. Goes out wide. We'll find Robbie May. Doesn't take the mark, so the pressure now arrives. Needs to be clean. Oh, he's under trouble. Handballs backwards. Goes towards Sean Lewis. Back in the defence. Right in the 20 metres out from the goal, from the Thomson goals. The ball comes out from May. Goes to Todd McLeod. Comes out steady. Straightens up. Kicks the goal.
Down the field anyway.
The umpire's going to give another free kick, is he?
No way.
He is.
Oh, no.
Oh, you're joking.
Bad call. Horrific, unnecessary, terrible, awful.
Yellow card.
Really?
Don't give me yellow card.
He has. He's reached into his pocket.
Boundary throw in, left half forward. Bell post still into attack.
Oh, this is a bit...
Throw in, Venner and Peacock. Throws it in. Peacock gets a hand. Sean Lewis off a step. And ball in the air as the siren sounds for three-quarter time. And at three-quarter time, it is Bell Post Hill 10-7-67 and Thomson 10-7-67. Goal kickers, Dale.
Goal kickers to this stage for Bell Post Hill. Jamie Pyle with 4. Justin Tarr with 2. 1 apiece to David Hollis.
Is in 2009. The winner to play East Geelong next Saturday afternoon in the GDFL Grand Final. Anderton and Venner to start the final term in the ruck. The umpire throws the ball in the air. It's a terrible throw. Gives Venner a chance. And he gives it down quickly towards Pyle. His kick's partly smothered though. Goes towards O'Neill trying to get rid of the footy. And Pyle wraps him up, not going anywhere. We'll have a secondary bounce just forward of
Blood rules, hasn't it?
Yes.
It's hard,
Pretty hard in the middle.
Come to the bench. No, you got to go through that interchange, son.